I believe that every one of us who is different, every one of us who is unique, every one of us who have a dream that is beyond ourselves deserve to pursue it. No matter what occurs in the world, no matter what the people around us tell us to do, we must back ourselves. We must feel confident in our own abilities because we deserve this. We deserve to live a life of fulfillment. We deserve to live a life of happiness, and it must all be on our terms. All too many times we see our loved ones conform to society's views of what's expected of them. This is no more. This is our opportunity to do what's right for us. This is the best time in our lives to run away from the crowds, to break out of the comfort zone that is constricting our development. This is the time to fight for what we believe in. This movement was created from the belief that we as young, aspiring individuals are willing and able to move in our own direction, to find our own voice and to pursue our own dreams. Welcome to the Behind Your Motive podcast. Motives, welcome back to another episode of the Behind Your Motive podcast. This is actually week 1, episode 2 of the new series we have, Ultimate Guide to Conquering Your Young Adulthood, right? The first episode, we spoke about how to change your life and how to step out of your comfort zone, and we really went in depth there. This is episode 2 of this new series where we try to unlock the key to pleasing everyone. No, I'm only kidding. This is the key to failure. The key to failure is actually trying to please everyone. So I'm sure you understand this, right? You're trying to always do what's best for others instead of thinking about yourself more. Instead of trying to improve yourself more. It's not selfish. It's actually selfless. Because either way you go, right? Either way you go, there will be a lot of naysayers in this journey of yours, in this new journey of yours. Because there's going to be a lot of people that don't believe in you. It's just the way it is. But there's going to be even more people. Actually, no. There's going to be even less people that actually do believe in you. But no matter what, you have to believe in yourself, right? And you've got to stop trying to please other people. You have to stop trying to think of what they think of you, because everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and everyone's going to have an opinion on you, no matter how small or large it is. But you cannot let that get in the way of what you truly love to do. For me, for instance, I love to do this podcast. And at the very start, I think I was nervous, actually. I can't really remember, but I think I was nervous for uploading the first podcast episode. I literally just pulled out my phone one day, had a really nice intuitive thought on my mind, and I recorded it on my phone. I listened to it back, and I thought, oh crap, this actually sounds like a decent podcast episode. Because I've been always in love with podcast episodes, and the more I listened to it, the more I became an actual better speaker. The more I became confident in my own abilities from listening to other influential people around the world. So I got my podcast episode, I listened to it back, and I'm like, this is actually a decent episode. I should just try to upload it. I quickly searched up how to start a podcast, I created the cover art, and there you go. Bang, I put it up. It did quite well. And yes, I had other people's opinions in my mind. It's normal, right? I was very afraid of uploading it onto my personal account, where all my close friends and family are situated. But I uploaded it onto my Motivepreneur account on Instagram, and it did quite well. But I still had that thought, right? And the more you do it, the more self-certainty you have in your own abilities, the less likely you are to think of other people's opinions, because you're that confident. You believe so much in your own abilities that you literally do not care what others think of you. Yes, that thought would still be lingering in your mind. You really cannot get rid of that thought, right? It's very, very difficult, I believe. I still haven't conquered that point of my life yet, but I still do what's best for myself. That's what I focus on. I focus on what's best for myself. So thinking about you for a second now. I'm sure you get this a lot already because you feel different. You feel out of place sometimes. You have other ambitions to your friends, to your family. And you really can't find that voice. You really can't find those people around you that believe so heartedly in you. You can't find those people around you that have the same type of goals, that have the same type of ambitions, the dreams to your futures. Because you're someone that thinks about their future a lot. You're someone who has big goals and wants to take the risk, maybe just doesn't know where to start. So this is the series for you, right? This is the series where we'll be going systematically unlocking each area of your life when it comes to yourself, your personal development, your mindset, the people that you surround yourself with, the mentors and the coaches you acquire into your life, the actual transition phase from your life now to the life that you want to live in. These are the different areas we'll be conquering within this new program of unlocking and empowering yourself. But you're different, right? You're different. You want the best for yourself. And some people around you, they just feel comfortable, right? You're different. You're unique. You're special. But this is your hidden talent. And you have to take control of that. You have to strongly believe in that because you are so special. You have an ability that no one else around you has. Sometimes it's just very difficult to find that, right? Sometimes you need a bit of push. You need a bit of support from someone to get you to that next level. And this is what we'll be going into a lot in the next coming episodes in this series, where we actually dive deep into how you can surround yourself with these like-minded people. But I want to go and touch on that point a bit now. It's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people because in bad situations, they're the ones that get you up. They're the ones that help you rebound from those bad situations. Yes, I tell people to try to intrinsically help yourself through that, but sometimes you just need to let out. Sometimes you just need to vent, right? And I'm sure you guys understand that. You guys maybe have that one or two people that you go to whenever you're feeling in a bad place. And if you thought about telling someone else that, you'd be like, no way, I'd never tell that person my struggles. I'd never tell that person what I'm going through. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a different conversation. I feel like they're the people that you want to surround yourself with more, because those people understand you. Those people can help you through whatever you're going through. And you want more of that. You want to surround yourself with such like-minded people, because then you really won't be trying to please everyone. You'll be able to please yourselves together, right? It's such a different feeling when both of you so heartedly care about each other. It's like it's a two-way road. It's not a one-way road, right? It's totally different. So this is what makes you special and unique, and you need to find those other special people and other unique people, which we'll be going into more in depth in another episode. That totally deserves its own episode. But what I will say to you now is, you need to be able to stay in your own lane. You need to be able and comfortable with conquering this journey yourself. Because a lot of the time, it's very difficult to find these like-minded people. And this is what this entire week 1 is about. It's about feeling comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because this is the first stage. You have to be willing to accept that. You have to be comfortable with conquering this journey yourself. It's sometimes a very lonely road. A lot of people won't understand why you do this. And if you constantly try to spend your time convincing them of why you're doing it, of what you're doing, of how you're doing it, it's going to be a waste. Because those people are that far down on the bell curve that they'll never understand why. If you give them the right amount of information, then yeah, they'll buy into it. But once you start explaining why you do it, and once you start getting pumped up, those type of people will just zone out. Because it's simple. They don't believe the same things that you believe. And you must be powerful enough to say, no, I don't want that. No, I believe what I believe, and I'm surrounding myself with others that do as well. Do you get that? It's very important, motives. Very important to stop trying to please everyone else and to start thinking about yourself a bit more. Start thinking about how you can improve your mindset. Start thinking about how you can develop new habits and new ways of thinking to try and get you to the next level, to get you to where you want to be in the future. Right? Sometimes those people that are around you, they're only bringing you down. They're not helping you lift up. They're not helping you improve every single day. There's a big difference. So what I want you to do today is to stop thinking about pleasing everyone else. You may not be the person that does. You may be very self-intuitive. You may be very self-orientated, and that's not a bad thing, right? I feel like that's sometimes a good thing, because the more you improve yourself, the more you love yourself, the more you can actually bring that out onto other people, the more you can love other people. But if you start to think about it externally instead of internally first, I don't think you'll win. You must be able to conquer the internals first, and then spread it out into the world, then start impacting people, then start that business, then start your passions, right? But if you don't go into those new journeys, those new avenues, those new ventures in your life, without first understanding yourself, without first finding your voice, then you won't be able to sustain that lifestyle. You won't. It's very, very difficult. So guys, I hope you got some value out of this one. Please, stop trying to please everyone. That's the key to failure. First, think about yourself. Motives, thank you so much for listening to the end of another episode of the Behind Your Motive podcast. This was episode 2 of the series. Tomorrow is episode 3. In this episode, we'll be speaking about when you have no resources around you, you have to become resourceful. Because ideally, that's more important anyway. Knowing where to look to find the answers. Knowing that you have connections out there that you can reach out to whenever you need and find support. That is so important on your journey towards your dreams. Stay tuned for that episode, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.